Ooh, whoever this is, my friend, it's heavy. You need to be asking your guides, your gods, your ancestors, angels for protection. Ask to come. Divine protection. I love that. That's on the bottom. Divine protection. You are being protected by divine beings. They see what you are unable to see and cut it off before it can reach you. You have divine protection, even though there have been a lot on you. Demon magic, sex magic, scandal magic, and spine. You are divinely protected. You can use black salt. You can take spiritual baths or spiritual showers. And if you want to talk about that, we can always talk about that. Spiritual baths, I like to, well, I haven't taken a spiritual bath in a while, but definitely love to take them where you fill the bath water with Epsom salt, oils, and then just soak and imagine any negativity absorbing out of you. I also like to take spiritual showers where as I'm showering, I'm imagining the water is washing away any hexes, curses, anything they may have aurically on me. I especially like to make sure I get the armpits because that holds a lot of our energetic signature. And that's where we trap a lot of energy and stuff like that. So definitely when you're showering, make that your ritual is imagine that you're taking a spiritual shower every time you shower, and imagine like you're just washing away any like gunk that might be on you. All right, let's see what else we have in here. All right. Spirit team, your spirit team has your back right now. You are not alone. This has been a huge message for the last few years in my own life, is that your spirit team, even when you feel like you're alone, even when everyone turns their back on you or they're trying to hurt you, you're not alone. Your spirit team is always with you. They're always watching over you. Call out to them, reach out to them. If you need help with all that, please ask. Obsession. Someone is so obsessed with you to the point where they cannot stop thinking about you. Oh, so this is where it starts to get dangerous. When people are obsessed with you, like they can't stop thinking about you, that's a problem. Obsession. Someone is so obsessed with you to the point where they cannot stop thinking about you. Just be careful. Protect your energy. Please, please, please be safe. If you feel like you are in an unsafe situation, please get out of it as fast as you can. I had some obsessed parties and I learned you just don't entertain them at all. Get away from them as fast as you can. Spiritual bath. Take a spiritual bath to break curses and remove any negative vibes that have been sent your way. I love the confirmation that came out after talking about spiritual bath. So spiritual bath. Take a spiritual bath to break curses and remove any negative vibes that may have been sent your way. Use water to help heal. Yeah? All right. Let's see if there's any other cards in this deck. And then we'll go from there. All right. Assistance. Someone is going to a magic practitioner to get help to cast a spell on you. Assistance. Someone is going to a magic practitioner to get help to cast a spell on you. That's not nice. Let's not. Anyway, yeah. And we can break those agreements that we have with other people. Like, yeah, they cast spells on us, but we don't have to agree to that. And then on the bottom of the deck, vampire. Someone is siphoning your energy for their advantage. Don't allow that. If it's not beneficial for you, don't keep entertaining it. Don't allow it, please. Okay. All right. We'll get out of the King of Aloha deck. And then let's go into the Synchronicity Oracle. Just gonna pull any cards out of here, see what we have. See if there's any messages in here that you can gather from it or myself. Which I thought I saw one right away and I was like, oh, that's a little fast, Lyra. That's a little fast. Okay. All right. So the first card out, we have a lion, we have a clown, an axe, DNA, unicycle, target, snake, and cat. So if there's anything in there, I like to think of like, this is our luck turning. We're right on target. This is the cycle. It's in your DNA. Be brave. Keep working. And even though it's hard to balance and juggle, you'll get through it. I promise. All right. Let's see if there's any other cards in there. Yep. Let's see. We've got agreements, moon, secrets, divination, pie, again, unicycle and balancing, skeletons, and lotus, and the apple. So what divine knowledge are you making agreements within yourself about? And what are you trying to balance? Let's see. All right. I am Lara Jo, SirenSong Lover. Should you wish to donate to my ministry, it's Cash App, Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. Let's see. Mirror, again, DNA, divination, the whole world in your hands, taking a closer look, peace. And I always think of that again as cycles. So how are you bending your perceptions about who you are? How are you stepping into that divine knowledge, peace, taking a closer look at everything you have and your cycles? Okay, let's see. Lovely for this one. Okay, so playing cards, unicycle, ink, the ocean, and the whole world in your hands. That looks lovers and pan. And again, divination. So how are you playing your hand? How are you writing about your love? How are you experiencing fun and having everything within your world? Okay. Let's see if there's any more in here that would like to come out and talk. Okay. So we've got Dreamcatcher, key, circles or cycles, axe, hard work, the ocean. I want to say with this ocean cycles, like in ancient. So how are the ancient cycles playing out? How are you getting the key to your dreams? How are you working hard and closing out cycles? And lotus and an atom bomb. So lotus is all about sitting in environments and cleaning them up. And then obviously destruction. So how are you working hard to unlock that ancient wisdom? How are you destroying anything that does not fit your dreams, your goals, your aspirations? Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully there's resonance there. Anyhow, let's see one more. One more. Ooh, I'm sleepy today. It's been a long day. So let's see. Let's see. Okay. And then the two cards that came out there are Ancient Egypt is all over this. So Ancient Egypt, we have the clown again, we have the dream catcher, we have time, crystals. This is like the Kabbalah, flame, duality. How are you embracing all aspects and all of the ancient wisdom, the wisdom of the earth, the wisdom of your dreams? And then I love that this one came out again with the and then the key, the lovers, peace, agreements, luck, transportation, and shining. So keep tapping into who you are at the core to figure out what you need for your dreams and to manifest the most beautiful life ever. Okay, let me switch that guy out, and then maybe I'll go on to the Lovers Oracle. I can always pull some tarot cards, and I will eventually. I'm just messing around. It's been a long day, so I'm kind of like, I don't know how long I'm going to hang out, and I have a lot more stuff going on after all of this, so we'll see. All right, Lovers Oracle cards. Let's see what we have to say. playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. Yeah, healing. This was the next one. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So remember, laughter and healing. Like, imagine that person that you love. Maybe it's just yourself. Imagine that person that you love in healing light. And use laughter. Laughter really is the good medicine. It's the best medicine. A deep belly laugh will heal you better than anything else, probably. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already within your spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. They're with you. Even if you can't feel them, your soulmate's all around you. And it may be the person you suspect it is, and it may not be. But they're around you. You just have to open your heart to accept them in. We must first make room for love before we can actually bring it in. So how are you making room for love or relationships, partnerships, anything like that? Do you have space in your life? It's definitely a message for myself. All right. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay. We know they love you. We know they're around. Laugh when you can. Send them healing energy. Yeah. I hit like this little moment where I was like, oh, I'm this, that, and the other thing again. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this moment. I'm going to laugh in this moment. Like, I was thinking something about being single, but then I was like, no, I'm going to enjoy being single while I can, because I know very soon I'm not going to have that. So I have to enjoy this moment and love myself, so that way when my partner comes in, like, we're ready to roll. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. All right. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. You can't fix the past. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. Forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive them. Yeah. And the faster you can heal, forgive, love yourself and them and everyone else, like, the faster you can move on and grow and learn and, I don't know, maybe love someone that's right for you. Forgive yourself for the past, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. If that's your person, if that's where you're meant to be, if that's the job, time will tell. Sit back, breathe, relax, meditate, have fun, enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Okay. One more here. And then we're going to switch decks. All right. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. All right. So if you love someone, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So you may feel a certain way about a person. You may be critical of them, but also, like, they have reason that they can be critical of you. So maybe instead of finding each other's fatal flaws, maybe just lean in and breathe and feel love. Because tearing each other down doesn't make anyone better. Like, you don't get any farther by putting out someone else's flame. So don't allow them to do that to you. Don't do that to them. Like, be kind, be loving. I'm not always the one to talk. Sometimes I'm pissy, but I'm pissy at people that have treated me poorly. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Let's move. I'm trying to get that all cleaned up. I'll pull out the tarot, I think. Okay. Okay. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Sorry, checking times. We got deadlines today. Ooh, I almost had a mess today. Okay. All right. Let's see what the tarot has to say to us today. All right, the cards that popped out. There's Judgment, Queen of Wands. Let's see what any clarifiers out there are. This could be that you are the Queen of Wands and things are being called judgment, or this could be there is judgment on a Queen of Wands. Let's see. Okay. Page of Swords. How do you need to be using your logic, your discernment to cut away the things that have been holding you back? If you were the Queen of Wands, then you'd be sitting in this embodiment of beautiful, fiery energy, having everything that you want, knowing what your passions are, just grounded. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine. Judgment is Libra. Page of Swords, that's Libra. Aries, or Libra, Aquarius, Gemini is Swords. Let's see. What else? Okay. Three of Swords. So, Three of Swords, it looks like there was a Queen of Wands that judgment has been called on. They had been deceptive, betraying, using immature, kind of petty energy. Ten of Wands. Have to put down those burdens. You have to be done. You can't carry it any longer. And that's like passions, that's fires, that's Ten of Wands. Let it go. Like, be willing to set down your heartbreak, your betrayals. Like, you can't do anymore. So if you burn yourself out with passion, let it go. Put it down. You can't take it with you. You can't take whatever burdens from your past into your future. So let it go. Let it go. I know I sing that often enough, which is so silly, but yet here we are. All right. Let's see. Two of Pentacles, balancing out your finances. Page of Pentacles, this is growing. Ten of Swords, this comes after betrayal, deception, heartbreak. You've had every sword in your back. Ten of Wands, I guess I picked that up off, that was the other one I picked up off the floor, but High Priestess. So sitting in your embodiment, that divine High Priestess, like, you have all of the answers. You have all of the tools. You have all the ingredients to make the best life. The High Priestess sits in that knowing. She is both light and dark. She is both night and day. She uses every element within her environment to create the best possible outcomes. And High Priestess is Libra energy. So I love that there's so much fire, there's so much air all over this. So we're just going to say it's air and fire signs so far. But how do you need to, so if you're the Libra or air sign or the fire sign, like, where do you need to be letting go because of betrayals? And where do you need to be taking all of these swords out of your back, putting down these burdens and making the most beautiful life, like balancing your pentacles, building those pentacles slowly. So there's Earth in here also. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But it really is, how are you closing out like hard chapters after everything's said and done? Put down your burdens. Judgment's been called, and judgment is like, that's from the divine. And the hard part with like judgment and karma, you don't get to decide how it goes to them. Like, it doesn't, you don't get to say, oh, they're really a good person, I don't want that to happen. It's like, when judgment and karma happens, that's divine. That's handed out by forces outside of you. So you really can't control what happens. The Lovers, this is Gemini energy. The Lovers is a beautiful card. It speaks to like that union and happiness, and Gemini is that balancing energy. They're considered the twins, or like two-faced, but that's because they have those dual natures. Like, they have the feminine. So Lovers, beautiful energy. Let's see. Six of Cups. Okay, so Six of Cups, we need to be looking at our past in the emotions, not like in a get stuck ruminating way in past and emotions, but like look at what's happened in the past to be able to determine what you do or don't want in the future. So when you're looking at that Six of Cups energy, it's like, what experiences and emotions and love have I had in the past? Do I want to continue with them? Like, six is also very much about balance. It's like you've already built up some, but you don't quite have like the full 10 of Pentacles that you want. So like Six of Cups, like, yeah, you have emotional memories, you have emotional ties, you have life experience. You need to go back and review it. So that way you don't keep filling your cup with the wrong things. Like, if you want happiness, love, happily ever after, you need to review your past so you don't keep making the same mistakes. Don't review the past to ruminate, but review the past to be like, okay, you know what? I see this red flag coming and I don't want to deal with that. Or I see this coming up and I don't want to deal with that. So Six of Cups is, how do you take your past experiences, your past love experiences, and not do that again in the most loving of ways? Like, you've had some experience, you know what you want, you know what fills your cups, you know what brings balance. Review it. Okay. Not taking all of those. Not taking all of those at all. All right. Let's see. What else we have? Okay. Just kidding. Apparently, I just like dropping cards everywhere. It's probably why I've been sitting on the floor now, because it's easier to pick up all the cards once they fall instead of having to pick them up off the floor from the chair. Anyhow, all right, let's see. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles came out. So you're receiving financial abundance. Like, those, you're getting everything that you want. The Star, you're sitting in that divine embodiment. Again, this is heavy air energy, so that's Aquarius. When you start putting yourself first and you start letting people be where they are, you'll start embodying that star energy that just no one can stop your shine. And again, that brings in 10 of Pentacles. That brings in financial abundance, success. It's beautiful. So be willing to cut out, let go of the things. I know I just said that. I sound like a broken record. And if you'd like to donate to my Cash App, SirenSong Lover, capital S, Siren, capital S, Song, capital L, Lover. 7 of Wands, this is, you've been putting in those passions, but maybe it's time to walk away. Knight of Cups, you could be dealing with an water sign. It could be kind of a immature water sign. The Devil has us chained, and the Devil is Capricorn. That's any addictions. And addictions can be people, places, things. It can be social media. It can be any of those things. And Knight of Wands. How, and these could all be people in your energy too. So Knight of Cups could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. The Devil, again, is Capricorn. It's how are we chained to our addictions. And Knight of Wands, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine. Or Knight of Wands is like, we're moving forward with passions. So you could have any number of people coming towards you. Let's see. Am I pull any more from here? I think I am. All right. Two of Wands. You have to build. You have to balance your passions with your work. Balance your passions with the ethereal, like your your manifestations. How are you bringing those into creation? Okay. King of Cups. King of Cups. I have my feels about the King of Cups. They're supposedly very emotionally in tune. I find a lot of imbalanced King of Cups that have just mommy and daddy issues that need to be worked through that I can't help them with. Like, I looked at a very major King of Cups and I was like, I can't be your mom. And you can't punish me and treat me like I'm your mom, which he did. And I was like, yeah, no, that's okay. The World, closing out those chapters, ending those hard cycles, let it go. We just started closing, or like not started, but we've been closing out heavy chapters for the whole collective, for the whole world for a while. So like, yeah, and we just hit a bunch of heavy ones, and because we just hit, we just had a lunar eclipse, which eclipses are spectacular about taking things out of our life that we don't need. So if this week especially you've been feeling just like, what happened? Where'd everything go? Like everything fell apart. That's supposed to happen. Eclipses are meant to come in and take away anything that is not serving the highest good of our mission or our goal or humanity. And we may want those things to stay, but universe is a lot smarter than us sometimes and says like, yeah, I know you want that, but that's not going to help serve the highest good of everyone. So you can't indulge that. Yeah. It's kind of like when you get pulled away from doing something that you want to be doing, like say you're, out partying. They're like, yeah, no. We can't do that anymore. So it's kind of like a babysitter. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to pull from the Wild Unknown Archetypes. See if there's any messages in here for us. All right. The Shaman. I love this card. For you, for us, for me. The Shaman. Shamans walk between worlds, and they are not afraid of shadows. And the reason being is because they do go into the spiritual world to seek knowledge. So how are you the shaman in your own life? Or how are you the shaman for those around you? How do you walk in the shadows and make light of them and bring healing? The internal child. This is having to do with your internal divine knowledge, your inner spark, that inner child in you that needs protection, that needs provision, that needs love, that needs leadership. The shaman is your guide for your eternal child to step forward. Be brave when the shaman comes forward to help you find your soul's mission. The shamans walk in the shadows so that they can help you find your eternal child. The box. This is navigating our way out of the matrix, out of our mind loop, out of whatever containment we've had ourselves stuck in. Start opening your mind so you can open your box. Spiritual awakening is very much like Pandora's box. Once it's opened, it never goes closed, and you don't want it to. Like, yeah, don't contain yourself in places that are too small. I learned that lesson when I moved across the country. It was like I had lived in the same place my whole entire life, almost 4 decades. And when I moved, I realized like I kept myself so small and contained and comfortable living in my hometown my whole life. And when you move outside of the box, you learn all kinds of new things about yourself and your resilience. And yeah, the creator. You are the creator of your own life. Start acting like it. You are the creator of your own life. Start acting like it. You are able to get yourself out of your box. You are your own shaman. You can tap into your eternal child. You have to be willing to listen. And then you have to be willing to move when you're told to move. Okay. All right. Let's see what this card is. The tear. Okay. The tear. Love this. Be willing to feel your pain. Be willing to feel your ick. Be willing to feel your emotions. Be willing to feel your trauma. Shed your tears. As much as you try to get away from it, shed your tears. Feel your shit. Let it go. Emotions are energy in motion. Shed your tears. Pick yourself up. Keep going. I had to do that this morning. I went and I was screaming into the void because